Hello, YouTube. Baldman unbuilding an airplane here. So, yeah, this is it. This is 5+ minutes of disassembly. So, the last couple of videos had all the assembly, and now I've stitched together like 4 days worth of work in extra super fast speed, full disassembly mode. Uh, Sometimes when you build something like this, you gotta unbuild it, I guess. This is realistically just, I've seen people unbuild things for much more egregious problems. Well, maybe not egregious. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, uh, unbuilding a major component, I'm gonna just say it's part of building something like this. uh, didn't necessarily enjoy it. It was hot, muggy July Michigan weather. I would rather have been putting the baggage ribs on at this point instead of disassembling, but tis what it is, and I just decided it was gonna get undone. Oh wow, that light looks really cool on those Clecos. Yeah, I think my wife and kids were away at um, my in-laws' place or something like that when I was doing this, because I remember talking on the phone and whining about how it sucked. But yeah, oh man, I remember also pulling that thing apart was a pain in the butt because of the pieces that were still attached. And I was like, what can I save? I was doing this whole process trying my best to like save some pieces that I didn't think were problematic, but then like on these uprights I realized that they were also problematic later on. I tried saving them and I drilled them out poorly in some places and couldn't save them. But yeah, you can see just how fast the video's going by how quickly the shadows are moving across parts of the garage here. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, that was okay. So I must be just disassembling that gear brace piece. Yeah, that's definitely what those are. Oh, and my bucket of rivets, my box of shame has grown significantly with all the rivets that I drilled out for this. I kept them all. I kept them all. Do I like pain? Maybe. I kept them all. It was my box of shame for the first half of this build. After all this drilling out of rivets, it became Van's box of shame because we should have never had to do that. And that's all the complaining I'm going to do about them. They were put in a crummy situation. They did what they could to get out of it. Unfortunately, bad decisions. Sometimes bad decisions are made. I'm just so freaking happy to be to have parts on the way soon and be back to building. It's like it never happened, except it did, and I'm a year behind on my build. Oh well. I think. Oh, I did a different video on this a while ago about drilling them out of the spar. Yeah, didn't really not the greatest thing to do to drill from the backside of the rivet, the shop head. You gotta be very very careful. It's much better to drill from the other side, but sometimes you can't get to those, and or you're trying to save the part and not bend it all out of the way, not realizing that you're going to have to replace the parts anyway because they're freaking full of cracks and they're structural or they're around the control columns and things like that. So just so many replacement things. But I know like the seatbelt things that are between these two ribs, those are all good. I'm going to save those. I saved all of the nut plates that were on all of these ribs. So those are going to go back together with the new ribs when those come in. And that's about it here. Just gonna finish cleaning the parts off that I think I can salvage, and we'll see you next time.